This is the distal surface of mandibular first permanent molar. The distal surface is again rhomboidal in shape just like the mesial surface, but it is narrower both buccolingually and shorter occlusocervically. It is narrower buccolingually because the buccal surface converge towards the distal. So, the buccolingual dimension of the distal surface is less as compared to the buccolingual dimension of the mesial surface, and occlusocervical height is also less as compared to the mesial surface. So, from distal surface we can see the buccal surface as well, and the distobuccal groove is also visible from the distal surface. Distal surface has the same outlines: buccal outline, lingual outline, occlusal outline and cervical outline. Buccal outline is the same. It is convex in the cervical third, slightly flat or concave in the middle third, and convex again in the occlusal third. Sometimes this flattening in the middle third may not be there because this flattening in the middle third of the buccal surface is not as pronounced in the distal half as it is on the mesial half. And the lingual outline is convex throughout its length with height of contour in the middle third. Cervical line is just slightly curved towards the occlusal, and again it is at a more occlusal level in the lingual half as compared to the buccal half where it is at cervical level. The occlusal outline is formed by the distal marginal ridge, which is very short as compared to the mesial marginal ridge, and the outline of the distal marginal ridge is difficult to separate from the outline of the distal cusp. So the height of this distal marginal ridge depends on the prominence of the distal cusp, but as a general rule it is usually at a lower level or at a cervical level as compared to the mesial marginal ridge. So we can see the occlusal surface from the distal aspect, and we can't see any occlusal surface from the mesial aspect. So from the distal aspect we can see part of the buccal surface and occlusal surface as well, and we can see almost all the cusps are visible from the distal surface because these distal cusps are shorter than the mesial cusps. There is no flattening or concavity in the cervical third of the distal surface, and the contact area is again at the junction of the occlusal and middle third, and it is wider buccolingually as compared to the occlusocervically, and it is larger in size because the distal contact is shared with the mandibular second molar, which is a larger tooth, and the mesial contact is shared with the second premolar, which is a smaller tooth. So the mesial contact area is smaller in size and the distal contact area is larger in size.